Hi everyone, welcome you all to AI Ki Pathshala. Today is the 12th session in the Python series of programming, and today we are going to practice some coding exercises. And those of you who are watching my recorded session on YouTube or on some other platform, you are requested to go to the description section of the video and join our Telegram group so that you can get the regular update about our free live classes on Python, machine learning, statistics, deep learning, and many more topics. So I suppose it's clear to you. Now let me share you my screen first. And guys, don't forget to subscribe this channel so that you can get and don't forget to click the notification bell. Yes. So are you guys can see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? So if you guys are having any questions related to our previous session, you can ask me first. First, I will clarify you. Thereafter, we will move to some other problems. If not, then I'm starting with a new question. Oh, I forgot to do this. Well, let me. Okay, not an issue. So this is your question. This is the question that you have to print this star in the form of a triangle. This shape, you have to print a triangle in this shape. So you have to write a code, and I'm giving you 10 minutes for this. So you can try it out. It doesn't matter whether you are able to do it or not, but it really matters. Are you able to think in this direction or not? So don't feel frustrated if you are not able to do it, but at least give it a try. Start thinking logically how we can tackle any coding related problem. So my purpose is to develop your logic. Fine. So those of you who are watching the recorded session, so you all are requested to pause the video, give it a try, take your time, and then watch the solution. But before giving it a try, don't directly jump onto the solution. Is it fine for you? Am I get a quick yes or no? Am I get a
Yes,
quick yes? Fine. So your time starts now. So guys, I have given you sufficient time to solve this problem. Now your time up. So if any one of you have Ruchi has done, so Ruchi, you can take me your code in my chat so that I can copy your code from there and paste it here and see what wrong you are doing. Or otherwise, I'm going to explain the entire code. So in the meanwhile, if some of you have done it, continue your code. So first, what I will do, first I will write a code for you. Then step by step, I am going to explain you in bits and pieces. Is it fine for you guys?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm
What,
not
what
able
happened?
to send the code with the chat box. I'm not able to send the code in the chat box, so I've sent it the image only.
Oh, why you are not? You can see the message. Meeting chat, I suppose. It is fine, not an issue. Uh, please write something in the chat box and see is it working or not. Please write something. Are you getting my message? Everyone, have written hi in the chat window.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chat. Box is not visible.
Are you able to get my message
Chat
or
box
not?
is not visible here in the table.
Mr. Misra, are you able to see the chat box?
Chat box.
Letting chat?
Yes, yes.
Are you getting my message?
Chat box is where I'm not finding it. No, no, we are not getting the chat box.
You are not getting the chat box? If so, what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong, but because I'm able to send the chat, it's not going. Are you still not getting the chat? So I am writing this code for you. Let's see. And then first I will write a code for you. Try to see. If you want, you can type along with me. And thereafter, I will explain you line by line. Taking an input from the user is just the number of words. Thereafter, forward value in range. Yes. I'm going to let's put this print space space print. Mhm. So this is my code. Let's run it. Let's put it 7 and see I'm getting this. So you can solve this coding problem with the help of in several ways. So we will see it later, some alternative way also. But this is one of the simplest and easiest way to write this code, and it is very easy to understand also. So let me make you understand this. See, in the first line, it is understandable by all of you. I just want input from the user, how many rows you want. So here I have given 7 rows. So 7 rows means this is my first row. First, this is my second row. This is my third row. This is my fourth row. This is my fifth row. This is my sixth row. And this is my seventh row. So these are the 7 rows in this column. No. Now try to understand, build a logic to approach this question. What are the logic that you require to approach this question? First, we understand the logic. First thing is that there are 7 rows and it is like that. See, if you complete this line, this straight line here, it is a kind of box, And the first start is this much space from this line. This starting star is this much space from this line. This star is this much space from this line. Likewise, the space is getting decreased and the star number of star is getting increasing, and the space is first thing you should understand. What it means that, let's say this is line, let's say this. So this star is this much distance from this, say this is one, draw one line here, this distance. This star is one space less distance than this. This is 2 space less. This is 3 space less. This is 2 space less. This is 1 space less. And this is 0 space less. I'm starting from here. It is starting actually from here. This point. From this point. This point, this point, this point, this point, this point. These are in a straight line, like this. Not draw a straight line here. So let's draw it like this. It would be better if we can draw a line like this. Put this here. Draw a straight line here. Like this. So this is the distance. When you are printing the first star, so first in the first row, the star present in the first row is this much distance from this line. The star present in the second row is having is one distance. Let's say this space is this straight line. If you see this straight line, this point, this is in the center. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6 space. 6 space. 1 star means 1 space. 1 star means 1 space. 1 star means 1 star is supposed to occupy 1 space. So this is 6 star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this 6 star, if you see, this is all in a straight line. So first star is 6 space from this line. 6 space. First star, matlab row 1. I am talking about row 1 is 6 space. The stars present in the first row, row 1, is 6 space from this line. Now, let's take row 2, this row. You see, second row, in the second row, 1 star is added before it. That means 1 star distance has got reduced from this line. I'm talking about from this line. 1 star distance has been reduced. So it is having 5 space. Third row, row 3. Row 3, 2 star get added in this direction. That means 2 star get added in this direction means 2 space has been reduced. Earlier, 6 space was there. Now row 3 has 4 space. Row 3 means the row 3 is starting, that is row, the star in row 3 is starting after 4 space. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4 star is still. Likewise, row 4 is having 3 space, 3 stars. Row, row 3, row 4, row 5 is having 2 space. Row 6 is having 1 space. And row 7 finally is having 0 space. You can see there is no space in row 7. Row 7 is having 0 space. Is this thing clear to you or not? Please, guys, please answer so that I can move ahead. Because what happens if you don't understand this, you will don't understand later part also. And then if you ask me to explain to you again, that's why I'm telling you. Have you understood this till here or not? Mr. Mishra, have you understood till here or not?
Yes.
Now, let's move to the next part. So, one logic we have developed here, one logic that we have derived by seeing this figure is that the starting stars, this starting star in each row has a decreasing space from this line. And it is decreasing by how much?
6.
Row
1
number,
by 1.
yes, 1 by 1. So in the first row, total number of rows we have 7. And in the first row, this distance is 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. In the second row, 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. Third row, 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Fourth row, 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. Fifth row, 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Sixth row, 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. And seventh row, 7 minus 7 is equal to 0. This is how the distance from this line is constantly decreasing as the number of row is increasing. This is one logic that we have derived after seeing this video. Second thing is that, let's say, how many stars is there here? In the first row, 1 star is there. In the second row, 3 star is there. In the third row, 5 star is there. In the fourth row, how many star is there? How many star is there?
7.
7? No, more than 7. 1,
It's more
2,
than
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 star is there.
7.
Likewise there, and likewise there. It is getting increasing. Star is getting increasing. And it is increasing in a certain order. So that order is 2 into, if you see that, 2 multiply row number minus 1.
-1.
If you put, let's first check for first row. 2 into 1 minus 1. How many star? What you will get? 1. So this row has 1 star. Now check for row 2. 2 into 2 minus 1, 3. So you are getting 3 star. Let's check for row 3. 2 into 3 minus 1. So you are getting 5. So 5 is there. 2 into 4
Acha.
minus 1. You are getting
Yes.
7.
7. So 2 into 5.
So it will be not 9, it will be 7.
Then it will be
Yes.
7. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, it would be 7. I must have confused. I have counted the wrong row. So this is 1. This okay. Actually, I have missed one row here. That's why it's I counted the wrong row. So let's remove it, and let's remove this. Let's remove this, and let's right. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. So this is 1. 1 star. This is 3 star. This is 5 star. This is 7 star. This is 9 star. This is after 9. What we will get? After 9, what we will get? 11. This is
Yes.
11. And after 11, what we will get?
13.
13.
Yes. So you can see the star is increasing in a particular order. That's why we are able to write this like 2 into number of rows, 2 into rows minus 1. It is in this order. It is increasing in this order, this particular order. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. There is a difference of 2 in every row. It is increasing by 2 as we move below the rows, as the row is getting increased. So there are two main important things that you have to derive here by seeing this figure to solve this question. First thing, what we have derived?
Can you explain once again the print spaces? Print asterisk is okay.
I am explaining. I have not even moved on the coding part. I have not yet explained you this thing. I am just explaining you the logic, how you need to think to frame this code.
The logic for asterisk is okay, but logic for spaces, and if you can explain once again.
Fine, I am explaining you. Logic for which?
Spaces.
Spaces.
Print spaces, yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have explained this thing. In the first, let me explain it once again. See, what is this? If you can observe this and putting this here, okay. So let's understand this one thing. See, from this star which is present here, I have draw a straight line. Fine. And if you see, this star is the midway. See, this star is coming midway. And if you see this space means this space between this star and the midway star. How many stars is present in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many stars, including this star, how many stars is there? From here, from the midway of this star to this star, there are 6 stars.
6 stars.
6
stars. 6 is there, na? Am I right? Including this star, which is present at the corner.
6. 6 in the right side, 6 in the left side, and 1 is in the middle.
1 is middle, and this line is in the middle. So
Yeah.
what I am trying to explain you, if you this line I have drawn just for your understanding. It has nothing to do, just to make you understand how this is working. I have just drawn a straight line from this star, and I'm counting the spaces. If you count this space is how much space
6
is
stars.
from 6 star space.
Yeah. Total 13 stars. One in the middle.
One star.
6 in the
Yes.
side.
1 star means 1 space. Is it fine for you? 1 star means 1 space. 6 star means 6 space. So now, if you come to this row, the row which is the 6th row, see how many stars is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 stars is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
If 5 stars is there, means 5 space. This is 6 space. If you consider 1 star is equal to 1 space, how much star is there?
4.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 space. So now try to understand this. What it means that this star, the star which is present here. Now let's understand in this way. I was doing a reverse engineering there. So let's understand now. Let's come to this star. Now this star is how much space from this line? Tell me. 6 space. This star, first star. This first star is how much space from this line? This star is in the middle, na? Please, guys. Please tell me. This star is in the middle, and this is the 6th space. 6th space. This star is on this line only. So this star is also 6th space from here. This is 6th space. Is it fine for you or not?
Yes.
Ruchi?
Yes.
Have you understood this or not? This star is 6th space from this line.
Yes. Understood.
Fine. So if this star is 6th space from this line, tell me how much space is this star? The second column, the starting star of the second row, starting star, this star is how much space from this line?
5.
5.
No, 4.
Why 4?
I think,
Only see, only one star is added here, na? So only one space is
okay, the
occupied by this
second
star.
row. Okay, 5.
Second row, 5.
Okay,
In the
5.
third row, 2 space. It is
4.
shifting 2 space here. So 4 space.
4,
Likewise, here
3, 2, 1, 0.
3, here 2, 1, and here at the end 0 space.
0.
So what you see, if we consider this line, from this line, the starting star. I'm talking about the starting star. This see. mm, From this line, this starting this row in the first row star is starting from here. In the second row, star is starting from here. In the third row, star is starting from here. Likewise, it is starting. So I'm talking about the starting state, the place from where the star is starting. Now, if you consider this starting star, so you see the space is constantly decreasing by one space. As you move from, as you move down the row, as you move down the row, the starting star space from this line is decreasing by how much distance? One space. Is it clear to you or not?
Yes.
If this is clear to you, then this is nothing for you. Now this is just a, you have to just write this thing, this logic into your code. That's all I have done. Now let's understand how I have done this. First, I am asking the user to give me an input. So user is giving me an input. Let's say user has given the input 7. Thereafter, in the first this one, for row in range 1 comma number of rows plus 1. Why I am putting number of rows plus 1? Because in the range function, the last uh, uh, the upper limit is not included. But here I need an upper limit. I need an upper limit. So for needing the upper limit, I am adding 1. I am adding 1 in it so that my upper limit will get included. Hope you understand this.
Yes.
Mishra ji, you understand this?
Yes, yes.
Fine. I have done this. Now I want to print space first. And this is my first iteration. During the first iteration, that is row is equal to first. What is the value of row in my first iteration? Row is equal to 1. Is it the? Let me write you writing database so that it is visible. During the first iteration, row is equal to 1. So during the first iteration, this I am putting this space and I am multiplying this by how much? I am multiplying by number of rows minus row. So what is the number of rows? 7 is the number of rows and minus row. Row value of row in the first iteration is 1. So this gives me 6. So what I mean, I want to print 6 space. So what my program will do, it will first, starting from, let's say our pointer will start from here, or our, so it is first it is printing this 6 space, and after this 6 space it is telling to end this. Matlab, What does just mean? Default, it will default print statement. What default print statement will do? It will directly jump to the next line, but it is saying do not jump. Print one, end this with a empty space. This is an empty space. End this with an empty space. This, if we do this, what will happen? Our cursor will not jump to the, our control will not jump to the next line. Our print statement will not jump to the next line. It will stay in the same line. So now my for loop, my first iteration of this for loop has completed. Now, not completed yet. Now what I do, I have first printed the 6 space. After that, it is saying print star multiply 2 into row minus 1. What is 2 into, what is the row number? Ruchi,
Yes.
what is the row number here?
1.
1. So what value I will get?
1.
What is the value? 1. So it means it is print 2, say star, this is star, and this is the multiplication sign of 1. So it is printing 1 time the star. So 1 star is printed. Is this understandable by you or not?
Yes.
Fine. Now, let's say, when it will go to the second iteration, first iteration will get completed here. First iteration will get completed here. Now, during the second iteration, what is the value of row? What is the value of row in the second iteration? Mr. Ji? Yes?
7 minus 2.
No, row. What is the value of row during the second iteration? See.
Second row.
Row
2.
Row has range from 1 to
1,
8.
1. 1.
So
1.
I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first iteration row was 1. So in the second iteration, what is the value of row? Definitely 2. So now let's do this. Number of rows minus row. What is the number of rows? 7.
7 minus 2.
2. What is the value? 5.
5.
5.
5 multiply by this star.
Space.
So not this space. So how much space it will leave? It will leave 5 space from here. And after leaving the 5 space from here, it will first start leaving this space. When it left the 5 space, my pointer is here. Now what it is do? Star into 2 into row minus 1. So 2 into row, 2 minus 1. How much it is? This value?
3. 3 star.
3. 3 star. And it is saying print star. So what it is doing? It is printing this star. How many times? 3 times. So I'm getting 3 star. Similarly, during the third iteration, what is the value of row? What is the value of row in third iteration? What is the value of row? Please tell me. Guys, be quick.
3. 3.
Fine, 3. So how many spaces? What this value will come out to be?
7 minus 3.
minus 3 is equal to 4. So 4 space is printed first. So this 4
Yes.
space is printed. Thereafter,
Yes.
how many star? 2 into
5. 3
3
minus 1.
minus 1. How
5
much is the
star.
value? 5. See, 5 star is printed. Likewise, next situation, row is equal to 4.
4.
7 minus 4. 3
3
space.
space.
2 into 4 minus 1.
1. 7.
7. So 7 star is printed. Likewise, 9 star, 11 star, and this
13.
13 star. In this way, we are able to print this. Now, will you able to understand this thoroughly, or you guys still have any problem? You can ask. See, there is nothing in this problem. Writing a code is, see, why people felt writing a code, matlab, why it is difficult for people to write a code? Simply because if you want to write a code for anything, you have to first think in a very logical way. The steps, what are the steps that you have to just build the logic. If you build the logic, then you have to convert that logic into a code. So whenever you get any coding problem, just don't jump into the just don't jump and start coding. Just wait for maybe 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, and think over it. How I will approach this problem. Break it into parts. Step by step. Think. What are the first thing? What is the logic inside it? What are the logic? What are the what I by seeing this problem? What things that I am able to derive from it, and then convert it into a code. It will be a very easy task. If you directly start coding, you will it will be a problem for you. So coding is not difficult. Building a logic is a little bit different. It takes time. So if you build a logic, just convert that logic into your code. That's all. So tell me, guys, if I need to explain this once again, or is it fine for you? Then I can move ahead. If anything that is you're still not able to understand this in this, you can ask question. Please, guys, hurry up. Tell me. Shall I move ahead? Are you guys not listening or something? Is something went wrong from my end? I suppose everything is fine. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Yes, yes.
Are you listening, guys? Or
Yeah, yeah.
fine. So, what I want to explain you in today's class, one more thing. Apart from this problem, I'm not going to take any new problem today. But I want to explain you one more thing. What is that? Let me see. The same problem, the same code, you can write it in 100 different. It all depends. But in the real time programming, in the production level programming, when you build the actual software, we have to write our code in such a way, we have to write very optimized code. So that first thing is that it is understandable by anyone very easily. Second thing is that we should optimize it and write it in a way so that it will so that its time complexity and space complexity should be less. So we will understand time complexity and space complexity later. Just I just told you this is a way of writing a code. So now this is the very simplest version of this code. I am writing a new way of writing this code. I am explaining you the other way of writing this code also. So let's focus on that and let's understand and let's see how this is. The logic is same, but the style is different so that you can understand. Let me copy this line from here. Okay. And put it here. Copy it. Now, I am looping through each row. Looping through each row. So when I am looking through each row, what I shall do for I in range 1, comma, number of rows plus 1 plus plus. Now I want to print spaces. Print spaces for each row. I am writing with a proper commentation comment so that when you later see this code, you can understand it well. That's why I'm writing it for you, so that after the class, when I will give you the sheet and you will see this sheet, you can easily understand what each piece of code is exactly doing. So for J in range in int,
It will be num rows.
yes.
Ni equal to rows or num
Oh,
rows.
that was just a typing mistake. I've corrected it. I was just typing just print and then and print. So I so this is another way of writing the same code which I have explained to you. There is no difference, only the way of writing. So I think it is very easy. So let's quickly understand this, how this is written. See, we have taken the user input. Let's say user has given 7. Now, first come here, looping through each row. For I in range 1 comma number of rows plus 1. This is fine. Print spaces for row, each row. So how can we print? After, during the first iteration, what is the value of I? I is equal to 1. After the first iteration, this is a nested for loop. So inside a for loop, I have written one more for loop. In that for loop, I wanted to print space for this I. In the first iteration, I wanted to print in space. That's why I've taken j in range, number of rows minus I. Number of rows is 7 minus I, 1. This is 6. That means 6 space. So this print this 6 space and indent with just no space. So space is getting printed during the first for loop, is nested for loop. Now my control is coming here for k in range 2 into star minus 1. So 2 into 2 into what is I? What is the value of I? 1. I is 1 minus 1. So how much star is there? 1 star is there. So 1 star will get printed. And after that, I am ending in it with not a space, so that my cursor will remain, my pointer will remain in the same line. But I now in the next iteration, I want to move to the next line. That's why I am printing this here, because the print statement, what print statement do? Print statement simply, if you simply type print, what it will do? Do you guys know this? If you simply type print, what it will give you? It will give you one space. Let's understand this here. I am writing print AI, AI. Then I am writing print Pathshala. And if I am running this, I am getting AI here and Pathshala here. And there is no space in between uh, two lines. Now let's do it in this way. Simply put one print statement in between this. Print, simply put this print statement. And now let's run it. So what you are getting? You are getting one space. So if you simply print this, simply write print statement. So one space will get created. Your control will move to the next line simply. It means, so here what it is happening, same thing is doing this print statement. It is moving it to the next line. So when the first iteration is completed, this print statement is moving my control to the next line. And from there, again the execution will start. Again this for loop, when the for loop will iterate for the second time. So value of I is equal to 2, number of spaces it has to print is like 5, and likewise it will continue and it will continue. Hope this is clear to you. This thing, have you understood this? Am I get quick yes or no from all of you? Please, quick.
Yes,
Quick. Ruchi,
Yes.
have you understood this?
Yes.
Is there any confusion?
No, no.
Not. Fine. And have you understood this also? This print thing?
Yeah.
Fine. Good. So let's approach this question in a same code. I'm just providing you the code, written code, and explaining you. So let me write it for you. That would be good. Let's concentrate here. Let me do this for you. First line is same, so I'm copying it from here. Let's copy and let's paste it here. Let's paste it here. Now for I in range 1, comma, number of rows plus 1. And I think spaces equal to, let's take as a one space, it goes 1
Hello. ये लगाना है,
stars
ये लगाना है, please.
is equal to star
यहाँ तो वहाँ इसमें लगा. अरे यार.
in, in,
ऑन तो करो महाराज. ओ महाराज ऑन.
mute yourself, guys, mute yourself. Great. Let me check in input, enter the number of rows, find for I range 1, comma, number of rows plus 1, find space is this, number of rows minus 1, rows minus number of rows minus 1 minus I. It's okay. So see, this is one another way to write the same code, and I am getting the same result. I think you can understand this. There is no problem in that. For I in range 1, comma, number of rows plus I. First, I am creating one variable called space, and I am writing my logic. What? This is space multiply number of rows minus I. This is how this space is getting created in each row. And the stars, I've written the star is like multiply this thinking, how many stars is getting in each row. Thereafter, I'm using here f string. I have already explained you about the f string, how it functions. We have already practiced the code of the f string. So we are using a f string here, f string. And inside this curly braces, first I'm putting spaces, then I'm putting stars. So what is happening? When it is printing, first it is creating the space, thereafter it is printing the stars. So this is how the code is executing, and I got the same. Is there any problem in this code? Please tell me, guys.
No.
Fine. So what is the purpose of explaining me the same code in a different way? I have done this simply to let me first stop sharing you my screen. So let me stop sharing you my screen. If you guys want to, if you guys, I will share that sheet with you all. So see, what is the purpose of explaining you the same code with in a three different way? This is just to make you understand that there is not a single way to write a code. If I give the same problem to 100 people, it is quite possible that 100 people may code it in a 100 different ways. It is quite possible. So there is no such an hard and fast rule. Only when we write the production level code, at that point of time, we have to keep this thing in mind. We have to write and optimize code so that it will occupy less and less memory and it will run fast. Because if I have written one code and that code is taking, let's say, 5 seconds to execute, and if someone has written that code, same code, and that code is taking, let's say, 1 second to execute or 1 millisecond to execute, definitely his code, which is taking less time to execute or do the same task, is more valuable and more economical for me because it is giving me the output in a less amount of time. And that's why it is important to write a code in a optimized way. My intention to explain you this is so that you should understand that don't follow or don't just copy paste someone else's code written on the internet and practice from there. Just start thinking yourself, build your own logic. Because when you actually go to the in the field of, when you actually start writing code, when you are working on some building some machine learning or deep learning project, and when you start writing, the thing is that 70, 75 or 80% thing you have to do a copy paste, nothing more than 80% work is only copy paste. Only 20% work is that you have to think over it and you have to write something new. Otherwise, 80% thing you have to just copy it from somewhere, paste it from somewhere, to paste it on your project, and but that for to think how to write that 20% of the code, you have to build your own logic. So if you do not start writing your code, practicing your code today, you will face issues when you will do the actual, when you start writing the actual production level code. So this is all for today. I suppose this session has helped you all to understand Python in a little more uh, deeper way. So we will meet tomorrow, and tomorrow we are going to start a new topic called list. And those of you who are watching the recorded session, I request you to join my Telegram link so that you can get the regular updates about my free live session at around 10 p.m. at night every day. So, and I will be covering a lot of topics from machine learning, deep learning, statistics, many more things. So thanks everyone. Thanks for coming. So enjoy your weekend and let's meet tomorrow.